Well, Divas Our Work Crush updates are sad today because he is not here. And if you've watched the video yesterday, you know that I had plans today to tell him that his haircut looked good, but I can't tell him that if he's not here. So let us pray that tomorrow he is here, and then maybe tomorrow I can be like, ooh, I missed you yesterday. And then he will realize that he loves me.
I just lost custody of my 11-year-old daughter. So, I'm heading to the hair salon. Wish me luck.
Alright, so today we got an interesting one. We're going to be taking a look at people who overshare way too much on social media. Whether they're doing it on purpose for the attention that they get online, or they're completely oblivious and think that this is a normal thing to do, this problem only seems to be getting worse as time moves on. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's just jump right into it.
I'm about to show you guys one of the coolest tricks ever. Say you're traveling and you didn't pack enough underwear and you're just like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna wear tomorrow? Every room has like a coffee pot thing in it. Every room, even the other coffee makers where it like brews through. All you have to do, put your underwear where you would put the coffee grounds. You close it, you press brew, and it puts scorching hot water through it. You guys, then the hair dryer in the bathroom, you blow dry those bad boys, and you got yourself a cleaner pair of underwear.
Oh, this is going to be a long video. I can't really put it much better than people did in the comment section. You have a bathroom sink with soap, almost 100,000 likes. Thank you so much for sharing. I'll never use a hotel coffee maker again. It's amazing to me that she decided to record this not thinking there was a single problem with it. I'm just going to post another travel hack. I bet there won't be any backlash. But yeah, me personally, I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but if I was, I probably wouldn't be using any coffee makers at hotels anymore. I asked you guys in an older video, do you know someone who shares too much online? A lot of family channels, I agree with that. I hate it when people post their half-naked children on Facebook. Like, why are you posting your baby in the bath? I'm not weird, that's bad parenting. Especially with how easy it is to use AI now. We'll talk about it a little bit later in this video. My boss, they post all of their dirty laundry and personal medical stuff on Facebook. I get told by all my fellow employees about their drama. My 73-year-old mother is absolutely addicted to Facebook. Part of the reason my brother no longer speaks to her is that she would not stop posting pictures of his home and children on Facebook. I know more of the older generation loves it and younger people aren't on Facebook as much, but it doesn't mean that every generation doesn't overshare on all platforms. We got a clip up on screen right now. The devil works hard, but fortunately my boyfriend works harder and will put a whole performance on to make sure we make our flight. And that performance is lying about being handicapped just so you cut everybody in line at the airport.
I don't know how many times we have to go over this. Do not do this. Look, I can empathize. I imagine it is horrific, miserable, and frustrating to be traveling right now, but I want you to think about how horrific, miserable, and frustrating it is to be traveling right now and having a mobility need that you can't get your access needs met because people are lying. And not only are people lying, they're posting about it on TikTok, getting almost 2 million views and inspiring countless hundreds of people in the comments to do the same thing and perpetuate the problem further. If you are not someone who has to use these services regularly, you would not know just how short-staffed they are and how rare it is that you actually get what you need on time. And not only by doing this are you taking that away from someone who needs it, because that is a finite resource. There are not enough wheelchairs for people who need them at the airport. You are also showing 2 million people that you lied to get in that wheelchair, that lying to get in the wheelchair works. So what's going to happen when those 2 million people go to the airport next time and they see somebody in a wheelchair who doesn't fit their perception of who they think looks like someone who should be in a wheelchair?
They're now probably going to think that they're pulling this type of stunt. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But still, what is the thought process to not only do this, but then upload it to TikTok for the entire world to see? Unbelievable. Going over to the comments, she deleted the video. It doesn't matter. It's on the internet forever now. Mind you, she could have just not posted it and nobody would have ever known. It is incredible how dumb people have gotten in today's world. We got a comment from you guys right here. Another reason that I think this is happening is because people are getting too comfortable on the internet. And we could take a look at a couple examples here. Little do they know I'm still in high school with a video of somebody recording at some sort of club. This is so weird. I lie about my age. I'm such a fun person. Why are we acting like this is a flex? And why are you guys hating? Millions of teens do this, apparently. I probably wouldn't say millions, but yes, this has probably happened even with previous generations. But again, they didn't go and post a video for the entire world to see. I can't be the only one who's thinking this way, right? Marry the guy that will drive drive you to 3 different restaurants just because you didn't like the menu at the first 2 you picked. First comment is saying the divorce came out of nowhere. I make poor decisions and don't research where I want to go, so it's his problem, not mine to fix. And the creator responds, oh my goodness, this was my exact thought. How are you not embarrassed? Here we got another quick one of somebody throwing their parents' ashes into the ocean, but basically just chuck the entire box into the water. And as you could see by the creator turning off the comments, the reaction wasn't the best. I asked my dad for a blacked out 2022 4Runner with a 6-inch lift. He said no because he didn't trust me with a new car. Anyway, here's my 2000 Subaru Outback. I've hit a house, another car, a mailbox, and a roadworks sign. This kind of stuff is never ending. Husband's so obsessed with COD, he's watching Phase vs. Optic on the way to Disney for our daughter's first birthday, with a video of him watching it while they're driving on the highway. I'm gonna keep saying this over and over again, but not only did you do this, endangering yourself and your family, but then you decided to post it on the internet. This is really dangerous, sad. The creator responds, how so? What do you think? Oh man.
Already moment of the morning. Milo and I, we went and picked up Bodie. Okay, Bodie's good. Ah! What the? Okay.
Why are you on your phone and driving also? Because you had to make that vlog. Friendly reminder to stay off your phone. It limits your reaction time severely. Yes, it wasn't her fault, but definitely could have been prevented. And there were a good amount of comments of people defending her. But there's another one, these comments are so disappointing. Stop justifying the act that she was on her phone and driving. It's illegal and kills people. Never drive distracted, period. The amount of examples we've seen over the past few videos on this channel with people driving dangerously is honestly crazy.
Just went to go get my hair cut. My hair's not cut. And I will be writing a 1-star review for this place. Thank you very much. I love LA.
Okay, so we'll head over to the comments for a little bit more context. Somebody screenshotted her 1-star review from this hair salon. Hi Lisa, we're sorry to hear you left disappointed. We understand how frustrating and unexpected delays can be, especially when you planned your day around the appointment. As discussed when you called, our salon has a 15-minute late policy to ensure we stay on schedule for all guests. By the time you arrive at 11:20, there was unfortunately not enough time remaining to complete your service. So we end up finding out that she was just late, and instead of just moving on with your day or rescheduling, she decided to record herself crying in her car and leave a 1-star review with the salon. And it clearly backfired. Show up on time for your appointments then? 1-star review for what though? This whole ordeal definitely did not go the way she planned.
So I hid my story from someone, like my Instagram story, I hid it from someone. And it was because I didn't want them to see something I posted on my story. For reasons I can't reveal on the internet. But I only didn't want them to see that one story, right? So then after the 24 hours passed, I unhid it from them. And like, keep in mind, this is someone who has regularly been watching all of my stories. Then the next day I posted a couple more things, and I'm scrolling through the viewers as one does. They're not in there, which I didn't think anything of it, obviously, because everyone has their own free will to not go on Instagram for a day or whatever. A couple more days go by, I have been posting more stuff, going through my viewers, they have still not viewed it. And you might be like, Seisha, this sounds insane, but this has been someone who has been watching all of my stories for months. So at that point I was like, this is kind of weird how they haven't like been watching this. Like, maybe even though it says that my story has been unhid from them, maybe they still can't see it for some reason. As a woman in STEM, obviously I was like, I'm gonna conduct an experiment. So I had my friend test it with me and I hid my story from her. She was like, yeah, I can't see it. Then I unhid it from her and she still couldn't see it. Now I'm confused. Like, is this person just never gonna be able to see my story again?
Imagine going through life legitimately thinking like this. You actually do need to get off your phone and go touch grass. And the comment section says the exact same thing. I don't know, girl, I'm grown. Put the phone down, life's worth living out there. You definitely have the vibe of someone who cares about story views. If you're memorizing all of your story watchers, you need a real hobby. I don't know, try adjusting your priorities. And the comments just went on and on. We got another one from you guys that goes well with this. You must enjoy life without needing an audience to see that you're enjoying life. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, Divas, our work crush updates are sad today because he is not here. And if you've watched the video yesterday, you know that I had plans today to tell him that his haircut looked good, but I can't tell him that if he's not here. So let us pray that tomorrow he is here, and then maybe tomorrow I can be like, ooh, I missed you yesterday. And then he will realize that he loves me.
Alright. Alright then, that was uncomfortable to watch. Going over to the comments, HR needs to see this. Him probably running away and hiding. Babes, let's just buy a journal. Not everything needs to be a performance. Bestie, I hope this is a joke, because if not, this is really creepy. Leave that man alone. Is this real? The creator responds yes. And it doesn't look much better going over to her page where it says passionately seeking a husband. And because the sun's going down right now, I have some sort of halo effect, so I think I gotta stop recording for a few minutes. Alright, so we're back. Everything looks normal again. But I know a lot of you would think, why would anybody post these types of videos? And one of the reasons is because there's a very small chance that you could find success from this.
Just a reminder, if you're down bad, that I once dated a guy whose credit score was so low, and when I'm saying low, I mean in the 450 range, which I didn't know was the thing prior to dating him, but it was so low that he couldn't actually lease a car himself. And so he convinced me to co-sign on a car with him, a 6-year lease, mind you, so that he would have a car to go to work so that he could make money to take me on dates.
So I'm cutting this one off here. The video goes on a lot longer, but these are the types of videos that this creator uploads. They have over 227,000 followers. If you're down bad, it gets better. And they just talk about really embarrassing stuff that you probably shouldn't be sharing online. But for every one user like this, there are thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people that don't find any success after posting. It's just really embarrassing. You could add in even some of these successful creators like to embellish their stories or just completely lie, so a lot of the crazy stories you constantly hear from one single creator might not be true.
3 to 4 times a week, I see a TikTok where someone's posting about their office job and how they do nothing all day. They're like, I respond to an email in the morning, I have maybe about an hour of real work, and then I sit there for 7 hours until I leave. And I just will never understand why they post this, because here's the thing, if your work sees that, you're screwed. The gig's up, you've been caught. Okay, you've given yourself up, essentially. And then also, while you post that, everyone in the comments is talking about how they do like 12 hours worth of work in their 8-hour shift. And so there's a whole war in the comments. Like, why do you even post this? The fact that people post anything really about their work in general, but I have like what I think is one of the greatest gigs, which is doing nothing at your office job. And you're just exposing it for no reason. Like, why?
All for just a little bit of attention and likes online. Because 99% of the time, you're not even getting paid for it. Even if you are in the creator program on TikTok, they basically pay nothing. So to me, it's high risk, low reward. We got another comment from you guys here. That quote, the problem with social media is that everyone thinks they're interesting, is absolute gold. And I guess that flies over a lot of people's heads now.
2 months into my second job at FedEx and I already got written up. I have called in 3 times this month so far, and we can only call in twice. The last time I called in was yesterday, actually on Tuesday. I, for some reason, did not wake up on time, and I have quite a drive to get to my jobs. I knew I wasn't going to make it on time, so instead of coming in late, I decided to be absent.
I know I sound like a broken record, but why post this? You don't need to share every aspect of your life. This job market is rough enough, and you're playing with a job in this economy when you're in debt is wild. 3 times a month so far. Calling off 3 times in a month is absolutely diabolical. It would have looked far better to show up late than not at all. And another comment is my exact thought. Why are you telling us this? We don't all need to know. We got another comment here. We need to bring back journaling. Not everything needs to be blasted on social media. Another one up on screen, job related, probably something that I wouldn't post. When someone mentions quitting on the spot, like I don't know ball. And the whole rest of it is a slideshow of her quitting all of her previous jobs. Again, in this absolutely terrible economy, I probably wouldn't be blasting it out to the whole world that it's pretty common for me to quit on the spot, just kind of needlessly playing a dangerous game. Doesn't get much better in the comment section. What do you do about references? Lie. Why are you in a position where you're quitting with no notice once a year? Because we live on a floating rock. Who cares? I mean, you have the right to think whatever way you want, but I wouldn't be surprised if an employer didn't hire you because of this video.
I just think it's kind of crazy that we allow a judge, someone who doesn't know you, to decide if you're an unfit parent. Fired from my job today because my manager had it out for me. So if anybody knows any places hiring, let me know. No customer service, no fast food, no working outdoors. And go. Hey, if anyone can spot me $20, I'll pay you back in 2 weeks. Looking to pick up if anybody is mobile. Don't ask why. The real ones know what's up. I've got my son this weekend, but I'm trying to go to the Cottonmouth Kings concert, so if anybody would be willing to babysit, let me know. Just came up with a great idea for a business, and I'm looking for investors, so if you're interested, tap in. Can you claim a dependent on your taxes if you don't have custody of them? Brand new tattoo, shout out to my cousin, he does clean work. Tax returns came in, looking for a ride to the casino, we'll give you gas money. Mom's out of town, so I got the house to myself if anybody wants to pull up. Sick and tired of fake people, don't hit my line unless you're trying to elevate me. Hanging out at the high school football game in case they need me to sub in. Come through.
Who's selling a car for $500? Got cash? This is all in a 6-hour time span, by the way. Cash App just closed my account down. I still had $11 in there. And with the amount of people who still sit on Facebook all day, like we heard from you guys at the beginning of the video, I feel like we all know somebody who does exactly this.
I just lost custody of my 11-year-old daughter, so I'm heading to the hair salon. Wish me luck.
Because that would be my first priority too, along with uploading a video while I'm driving, of course. Nice to see your priorities are in order. I wouldn't be getting my hair done, I'd be devastated. This video automatically puts me on the other person's side, good for your daughter. So again, you didn't get any sympathy points from strangers. This entire thing backfired in your face.
Here are some things that people share on social media that terrifies me as someone who studies cybersecurity, because as long as hackers have pieces of information, they can connect the dots, and that can cause a lot of negative consequences. The first thing that people share that scares me quite a bit is when they share personally identifiable information, or PII. Whether it be your full legal name or date of birth or your location or emails tied to important accounts or passport photos, driver's license photos, anything that could be used to identify you and allow people to be you, you do not want to be sharing online. Attackers can use all of that information for identity theft, account recovery bypassing, opening accounts in your name, and much worse. So do not share that information, please. Second thing is real-time location, because when you're sharing where you are located and you're talking about where you go to work or school or whatever, and where you do your workouts every single day at specific times, and where you're going to coffee shops in the morning or whatever, all of that information can be used to locate you.
Going over to the comment section, the passport trend was insane, which was exactly what you think it is. People sharing pictures of their passport photos. People who do full house tours as well. I mean, YouTubers love to do that with their big mansions. Another person saying don't share your kids online, by the way. And that's a good transition into the last clip.
People post pictures of their kids all the time on social media. I have screenshots of these groups with 30, 40,000 users in them that are using other people's children with AI and putting them in vulnerable, horrible positions. I don't want to be the guy going on social media saying, don't post your child that you're so proud of because these guys are weirdos, but like the size of these groups, they have a pretty good reason to say it.
And people justifying it if their account is private, but does that really help? Nope, you'll have a family member or a friend innocently sharing posts in another group, probably public as well, and that's all that they need. So I do feel like there have been a lot of people who have stopped posting their kids online recently, but this problem, including AI, is just going to get worse. So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.